Wearing your heart on the sleeve is a lot more evident in theater, which you do as well.
Yeah.
But we were talking about being on radio, and it seems like in radio, even though that is a different form of portrayal, but it seems in radio you have to appear happier and you have to always be positive because people might tune off. Why do you think that disconnect exists between other art forms and radio, where in radio it's always viewed as this very positive art form, but in theater it's okay for you to go watch a sad play and cry and come out of it, or watch a happy play and laugh and come out of it?
I think because radio is more a media than it is an art form. I think also with theater, when you pay for your ticket, you know exactly what you're paying for, right? If you're buying tickets to a tragedy or a sad play, you know you're going to go there and you're going to watch a sad play. But radio, you're watching it. I'm going to give you examples of listening to it when you're going to work. You're not going to watch a sad play first thing in the morning. Right? So you want happy people in the morning. You've wrapped up a really tiring day. You're driving back home. You don't want somebody complaining about their lives when you're tuning in. So you want some amount of positivity and energy and happiness. And that's not asking for much. I think that the disconnect is with theater, you know what you're paying for. You've done your research. You've read about this play, or some friend of yours has told you that it's a fantastic drama about couples who are getting divorced. You know walking in, it's going to be about divorce and drama. But when you tune into radio, you want entertainment and you want positivity and you want information. Information, news that you can use, all of that. So I think it's not a disconnect. I think that's what the difference is. Theater is an art form. Radio is media. So it serves very different purposes.
Do you think this difference will persist over time? Or do you think you might, like podcasts now, you see exploring different themes? Do you think radio might have suddenly like a much more mellow shows? You already have them at night. You have Raatko Ghazals and all this. So do you think that will branch out even further?
It absolutely could. I think also because digitally, there is so much more out there, right? And so many more choices now. So absolutely, radio still caters to that. You want to talk about addiction? There are podcasts for addicts. But what I'm saying is those podcasts have a title and they have a description. So when you're tuning into that podcast, you know what you're tuning into. Terrestrial radio, which is what we listen to when we're driving, is blind. Because before my show starts, it's not going to tell you what's coming up. It's when I open my mouth at 5 o'clock in the evening, do you know what's coming up for the rest of the show? So when I'm going into something blind, I don't want to be surprised. I just want to be entertained. When I'm driving back to work or I'm going on a sales call and I've tuned into the radio at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
This is a very intriguing aspect. Maybe your background in psychology can also tell. Why is it so that if you want to be surprised, you want it to be a positive surprise? You don't want it to be...
Why would you want it to be a negative surprise, right? I don't know how equipped we are to deal with negative surprises as human beings. Yeah. We're just not conditioned for it. If it's going to be a surprise, I want it to be a surprise. I'll put a smile on my face. I don't want to be in tears at the end of it because I wasn't prepared for it. I think that's the problem with being uncomfortable with anything that's difficult in life. We're not prepared for it. If I knew this was coming, I would have been better. Would you have though? I mean, would you?
I'm with you. I like positive surprises, but there are people who like horror movies. So, I've never seen the point. Why would you willingly
want to scare yourself?
Yeah,
Isn't life scary enough?
Yeah, exactly. नहीं आज हम डर के आएंगे